Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Deasia, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how I did this wig install. This is a 14-inch Sunber hair. I will link everything that I used in the description down below, including the link to the wig, and let's hop into this video. So before even putting on my wig cap, I started off by oiling my scalp and putting some leave-in conditioner on my hair because, girl, we're not trying to be walking around with itchy hair. Now I'm just spraying right below my hairline with Ebon Wonder Lace Bond. I'm just spraying exactly where the lace will be on my 5x5 closure wig. And next I'm just using my blow dryer just to dry it. I'm using low to medium heat just so that it can dry faster. You really want to make sure that before you cut the wig cap, it feels completely dry. Next, I'm just cutting out the ear holes. Because this is a closure, you don't necessarily have to do this step, but I just did it because I find it more comfortable. Now I'm just going back in with my Ebon spray and spraying my forehead once more. You want to make sure that your edges are actually gelled back into your cornrows, just so that you don't get the Ebon spray caught in your edges. It just makes it a little bit harder to take off the wig cap when you're ready to take off the wig. Now I'm just taking a small tail comb and I'm just running it along my forehead just because the Ebon spray did go lower on my forehead than I wanted it to. And now I'm just taking my scissors and I'm cutting off the excess wig cap, everything that I don't need, it's all coming off. And even the parts that you can't quite get with scissors, I go in with one of the little razor blades just to make sure that I get everything off. And now I'm taking my Ebon spray once more and I'm actually spraying the end of my tail comb and I'm kind of just pressing the wig cap into my forehead. You'll start to see it kind of like melt in. That's exactly what I'm going for. Now this step isn't completely necessary, however, I'm just doing this to kind of blend in the excess wig cap. Now I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer and I'm just running it along the wig cap just so it blends. However, because the seasons changed, unfortunately didn't match as well as it would have if I used my color, my new color. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And so yes, I did do 2 lines of where my part would be just because I might switch it up in the middle of the week and do a side part. But now I'm just cutting off the excess wig cap that's there in the back. As you can see, the wig is on. I'm kind of just using the clips to make sure that it feels very secure before I move on to the next step. And now I'm just using my Lotta Body mousse just to make sure that no strands of hair kind of fall to the front of my face while I'm working with a little bit more glue. Next, I'm just using some rubbing alcohol to take off any excess glue, dirt, or even moisture before I begin working with bold hold glue. You do want to make sure that before you start using the glue to lay the wig, that your forehead is free of any type of dirt or moisture. Next, I'm just taking my bold hold glue and I'm just running it along the wig cap and a little bit on my forehead. This is exactly where I want the hairline of my wig to lay, which will allow me to cut off as much lace as possible. I do this step about 2 or 3 times. It usually does depend on how long I plan on wearing the wig for. In this video, I just did it twice. Now I'm just cutting off the edges of the lace. It is a little bit thicker than the lace itself. I am doing this while I wait for the bold hold glue to dry, and before you even layer up the glue, you want to make sure that it dries completely clear. Now that the glue has dried completely clear, I'm just pulling up the wig a little bit so the hairline of the wig just lays exactly where the dried glue is. And now I'm just taking my comb and running it through the hairline, again where the glue is, just so that it lays completely flat. Using a blow dryer is optional, but if you are, I would recommend using it on a low heat to medium heat setting. I'm just sectioning out my baby hairs. I don't like them too thick. I like them a little bit thin, but kind of a little bit long, just because I'm swooping them into where my natural hair is, just to make the closure look even wider than it actually is. Once that is done, I'm taking my band that I also got in the packaging and I'm just clipping it at the back so that it holds, but this is going to help lay the lace into the glue. This just allows it to not move, which I really love. And as I'm doing that, now I'm kind of just going to focus on cutting my baby hairs to the desired length. When it comes to cutting my baby hairs, I do like to cut them a little bit longer and then slowly just trim them up to the desired length, because I really don't want to cut them too short. And so now I'm cutting off the excess lace at the front of the wig. When you place your wig on the glue, you want the hairline to start right where that glue is, just so that it's secure. You're cutting off the excess lace, and if a little bit of hairs come out with it, that's also fine. I'm just taking my Q-tip with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I'm taking off just a little bit of excess glue. There usually shouldn't be any excess glue, or there shouldn't be a lot of excess glue, but in this case I had a little bit, so I'm just taking it off with a Q-tip just to make sure that no makeup or hairs just get stuck on my forehead. I'm just going in with my straightener to straighten out my baby hairs. I'm using the Babyliss Pro straightener. And so the first thing I do is straighten them down to see their actual length, and I'm probably just going to trim a little bit more. Again, trim until I get to the desired length. And once that is done, then I'm actually going to straighten and curl my baby hairs upward. I find that using the straightener to straighten and then curl baby hairs makes it a lot easier to get them to look the way that I want. So now I'm just taking my Got2b Ultra Glued Styling Gel, and I'm just putting it on the base of my baby hairs, the part that's going to be touching my forehead. I'm leaving the curled part out and kind of just swooping it to the side, again to make my closure look bigger than it actually is. Now with the Got2b Glued Ultra Gel, a little bit goes a long way, and notice that I am putting a little bit only at the base of the edges, the part that's really sticking to my forehead. Where that swoop is, there is little to no product. And then after leaving it to dry for about a few minutes, I'm just putting on my band. I don't put my band on for too long. I put it on for a few more minutes, and then after I take it off, if my edges need to be adjusted, I still adjust it without using extra product. Now I'm just taking my rat tail comb and I'm just finding where I want my middle part to be. I'm just taking my Annie hot comb and I'm just pressing out the sides just so that I can see exactly how straight the part is. I'm just taking a little bit more concealer on a really thin brush and I'm just using it to define my middle part. Now, because this is a curly wig, sometimes I like to wear it puffy, other times I like to wear it just a little bit wet. I like the wet look sometimes, which is what I was going for. So I'm just using a good amount of water to make sure that all of the hair is saturated with water, except for the base where I hot combed. I like that part to stay kind of straight. And towards the front, I also like to pick up the hair a little bit just so you can see my edges. You can also use just a little bit of mousse, but you want to make sure that you don't use too much mousse to the point where it gets crunchy. Now I'm just taking my hot comb and I'm kind of just curling the front of my hair up and over the edges that I did. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and comment down below. Also, subscribe to my channel for more content and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.